It's a day to honor and remember those who gave their lives for our freedom. Every Memorial Day, the nation pauses to reflect on the sacrifice of brave men and women in our armed forces. And once again, Wounded Warrior Project will help to recognize that sacrifice. We are pleased to be joined by Army veteran and Wounded Warrior Project alumni manager Kevin Sosa. So good morning, Kevin.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
What does Memorial Day mean to you, and how many fellow soldiers will you be honoring this year?
Yeah, so Memorial Day to me is just an opportunity for us to honor those that gave a great sacrifice for this country, the men and women, and just take time out of our day to thank them, to recognize who they are and what they've done for us, and just to be there during this precious day for our country.
How can the viewers at home who are watching this interview, how can they join you in taking part in honoring that sacrifice?
Absolutely. So we are going to be at the Jacksonville National Cemetery with Travis Manion Foundation, just to pay homage with them. They can go to travismanion.org and volunteer there, and to come out, spend some time with the community, some fellow veterans, and just say thank you for those that gave their lives.
An Army veteran yourself, I'm sure that Memorial Day brings up a lot of powerful memories and emotions. But when you're at places like the National Cemetery and you see those rows of flags and those valor tokens on the grave sites, what wells of emotion come up inside of you?
It tells us, it tells myself what we did. It came with a purpose, right? It puts life a little bit greater value, right? But it also teaches me to educate not just the community, but to support our fellow veterans, that everything they did do was for a purpose and they're still here for a reason. And just to guide the youth, the community, and just let them know that, you know, where we're at in America, what we do every day was given by somebody else's life. So it puts everything into one big picture.
Understood. Outside of Memorial Day, how can the veteran community here in the Jacksonville area, as well as the families of veterans in the Jacksonville area, take part in opportunities provided by Wounded Warrior Project?
Yeah, so they could go on woundedwarriorproject.com, or excuse me, .org, and they could sign up there. We have who we are, what we're about. They could see the program services. They have opportunities to volunteer, things in that nature too for us.
What are some of the services that you've taken part in with WWP, and some that are available right now?
Absolutely. So we have our mental health program, which I was involved with in the Project Odyssey. Attended one of those. Those are a venture-based retreat, helps you with your coping skills. And then also we have our alumni program, which brings connection, gets our warriors and brings them together and builds that social bond, getting them out. So locally we'd take them to the Jaguar games, skill building. We've done letter crafting. We do bingo nights, trivia. We do a great Halloween trunk or treat, things in that nature. But just getting those warriors, those veterans together, and bringing that sense of community and purpose back to them.
And that's really what it's all about too. I would imagine as someone, you know, coming back from combat, you're trying to reintegrate into life. It's about finding that common ground with your community, right?
Absolutely. Everybody puts so much into their service, right? And when they come back, and that there's a day that it says, hey, thank you for your service, it's time to retire, or it's, you know, it's over. So we're there in that filler to help them with their transition, to put them around like-minded individuals, and to bring that purpose back to their lives.
Well, Kevin, thank you so much for everything
Thank
you've
you
done.
for having
Thank
us.
you for your service as well.
Thank you.
This Memorial Day Wounded Warrior Project will partner with the Travis Manion Foundation to place flags of valor and tokens at Jacksonville's National Cemetery. Kevin, thank you again for joining us. We'll have more information about how you can volunteer, as well as resources available through Wounded Warrior Project on our website.